Grand Rising, I hope everybody is well. We're going to get some messages today. Happy Thanksgiving to those who are celebrating and spending time with their families in a vibration of gratefulness and thankfulness. I feel like it's a good time to kind of reflect and maybe have forgiveness of the past. Maybe choose to not always be right in every situation. And sometimes it's good just to sit back and observe and allow. And so I feel like that is a message for all of us for every single day. So with that, we're going to get into it. All right. So we're going to connect with the intention of provide you some clarity, some insight. Only take what resonates. It is for the highest and greatest good. And I just ask that you ask your higher self if this message is for you or not. Okay. Let's see. Right. Let's see why that landed that way. Okay, we have, is this in the mid position? Is this in the upright? This is in reverse. All right. I have the 10 of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups. What's the fourth card? Oh, holy shit. 8 of Swords. Wow. So what I'm getting is that somebody is in some sort of spiritual prison, jail. They're in mental anguish. Okay, I have a Queen of Cups here. I have a High Priestess here. And I have a 10 of Cups in reverse. All right, so this is telling me that someone's in anguish because of an unhappy family dynamic. Maybe something is falling apart. Or maybe there's something that, you know, sometimes we have to recognize the limitations within our family dynamics and try not to absorb it all as our own and to be objective when it comes to how we handle these situations because we don't want to make matters worse. So I feel like this goes along with the intro to the reading. All right, but I do feel like this is representing maybe things playing out in the collective here when it comes to the energy at this moment. I feel like the High Priestess is kind of like having this awareness that maybe others don't have because they're blindfolded. Maybe they're a little caught up in their emotions to see things objectively, maybe from a different perspective. I feel like sometimes, you know, you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink. And then here's the Ace of Cups. All right. So this is like divine love here playing out. All right. I feel like you have unconditional love for them anyway. It's like love them. Okay. But they are responsible for their own limitations and overcoming these limitations. Okay. But you can love them. Okay. And hold space for them, but not at the own detriment of oneself. Okay. This is you, you know, claiming this affirmation. I feel like it's important. I am the priority of my life. Okay. I am top priority of my life. Okay. And this is you again, like having space and loving them, but having some sort of filter on the top of this cup that you would normally, maybe in the past, have left open, in which might have been drained from those who do not feel and have this love of oneself. So Ace of Cups here. All right. What else do we have coming out here? I feel like this is also about like all the challenges that you have overcome. There is this like, oh, am I almost there yet? There's like this 9 out of 10, you know? It's like one more round or one more lesson or one more challenge to overcome. I feel like somebody feels exhausted. They're tired. They're like, I don't know if I could do this again. Like, you're almost at the finish line is what I'm getting. Okay, so they want you to kind of like hang in there. We're not giving up yet. I have the 10 of Swords. So this means something is coming to a halt. Something's coming to an end. This can be something is being experienced that is painful, hurtful, something that you didn't see coming, or maybe an energy here, right? Maybe they're at the 8 now, they're on their way to the 10. I feel like this also can represent like a relationship that's kind of falling apart here. I kind of picked up on that earlier. It doesn't have to be. I switched these on accident, sorry. I feel like there is some sort of like, there's some sort of saying that was the last straw or something like that broke the camel's back. I feel like whatever this experience was for you, it was a catalyst of change. There was this like bittersweetness to this. It was a blessing in disguise because it freed you from something that you might have been already unhappy in. Maybe it was an unstable situation for you. I feel like you intuitively picked up on these things. You know, you were dealing with somebody who, you know, put you in this energy, you know, tried to sacrifice you for their own sake and gain. And then here's the 10 swords, right? So this could be you, this could be collective, this could be happening right now. Let's get more information. This is like an ego death. This is like something that would be a catalyst to major life changes, and something that once was no longer being. So maybe it's your belief systems. I feel like maybe you felt oppressed by belief systems and your mindset, and maybe the projections of others, and maybe even the energy and experiences of your past. I feel like this has come full circle now. Like these no longer hold you back. I feel like you are free. I'm also getting some sort of betrayal and heartache and pain at the hands of those who are supposed to love you. So I feel like that might have been the last straw, was done by somebody who you thought was going to be your everything, and they betrayed you. They sacrificed you for money. I feel like, and for ego and for power. They felt like there was some sort of power grab here. There's some sort of like ego death here. Yeah, and then I'm getting like, you know, there is this coming together. There is this celebrating. There is this needing to defend oneself against a group. I'm also getting maybe this might have been a group that someone paid to have something sent that would require some sort of defending or protecting or standing up for one's beliefs, or a quest or a cause or something that like has them taking higher ground and preparing and standing strong and holding the line. Okay. So whatever you experience caused you to stand up for something that you believe in. And I feel like maybe you went through some sort of purging process here. I'm also getting like, and yeah, you went through some sort of purging process with the 8 of Cups. Like this is you stepping away and leaving behind things that no longer serve you. Things that like, you know, put you in a position to defend and protect yourself. That is not emotionally healthy. So you walked away from whatever it was. It could have been a person, a job, a career, someone who was really like maybe controlling, manipulative, tyrant, even maybe even groups like family, friends, coworkers. And it was as a result of like a belief system I'm getting, but we'll get more information on that. All right, so 8 of Cups is like, you know what, I feel like there were things that were maybe hidden that were revealed to you, which caused you to walk away, okay? And feel like you needed to defend yourself because you didn't feel supported. You didn't feel loved. You didn't feel like they were on your team. And they weren't, because they put all these swords in your back. You didn't see this coming, okay, because it's in your back. I feel like they tried to cover things up. They tried to do things behind the scenes so you wouldn't know it was them. There was a lot of lies. There was a lot of slander. There was a lot of abuse that was experienced here. Okay, but regardless of the abuse that you experienced, in whatever way that is for you in your story, and I always encourage you to speak your truth and tell your story, and don't take on anyone else's if it's not yours. And you should tap into your intuitive abilities and empathetic abilities to know if this is for you or not. But what I'm going to say is the pain you experienced did not change who you are as a person in the sense that it was intended, meaning they wanted you to never feel love again or have love for yourself or anyone else. They wanted you to be bound and stuck and trapped and to never escape, okay? Regardless of what you experienced, it didn't change who you truly are in the inside, which is full of unconditional love. And it didn't change you in the relationship that you have with God either. Your source, whatever, whoever you truly align with inside. I feel like it only made you stronger. It only made you hold more love, which is not what they intended. They did not intend this for you. All right. So they thought that they could break you, and all it did was make you. Okay. All right. These three. Okay. Temperance, Ace of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. There is this concern, trauma. So I feel like someone's traumatized. Okay, I feel like someone is being reminded over and over and over again, like incessant thoughts about what they truly juggled out of their life. So, right, like you see this as a blessing, this person sees this as a curse, okay? I feel like they were someone who was manipulated by others, okay? I feel like there's this needing, like there's a bit of like gratification here. I feel like there's also someone is reaping what they have sown with the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, okay? I feel like there was a lot of investment made to create this demise of you, and they know what extent they went to. They also know what they wished upon you, and they very much could have paid a lot of money to take this from you. Okay, they realize that there's a High Priestess here with an Ace of Pentacles. They realize that you're the gift, you're the blessing, and they tried to destroy it. And they are concerned because of all the things that they did behind the back here. I feel like this is talking about the breadcrumbing and things that were unfair and unjust being brought into balance. Okay, so I feel like this is like a holy shit. Okay, holy shit balls. This energy is going to be coming back to me, and you will be far away from this energy because this isn't for you. You learned your lesson. It's now their turn. Okay, so you're being moved on to in another direction. Okay, you're meant to share this energy that you carry. Okay, somewhere else. Okay, you've completed your contract. You've completed your purpose with this situation. It's now something for them to experience. You're being moved on. Yeah, I feel like you're going to hear about, you know, all things playing out that you need to hear about. This will be an increase in energy. I feel like there's going to be a need to understand that, like, whatever they sent your way is being returned back to them. All right, I have an Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, there might be messages of wanting to return back to you, right? Return back to this commitment, return back to this contract. This could also be like twin flame energy, but what I'm getting is it's a false twin flame with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the 1111. That could be the case for some of you. And I don't want everyone to put this shoe on and say it fits. So only take this part as it resonates and it fits. But I feel like some of you may have been dealing with, you know, either a turn, like a divine masculine turning, you know, going the low vibrational route and kind of like having to learn some lessons there. And then not being able to come back into your energy. I feel like that's this energy that I'm picking up on, regardless if they want to send you, contact you, you know, whatever. I feel like this is being prevented from happening. I feel like, you know, somebody doesn't want you to go and move on from them, so they may want to try to take action towards you. But what I'm getting is that they will not be able to. You're protected from this. Okay? Yeah. Look, because all they want is this. Okay? Page of Wands. They want to like manipulate you from a lustful perspective. King of Wands. They also want to prevent you from being with someone else. So they want to create some sort of blockage. Okay? And if they're in your energy, right, and they lower your energy and they create all kinds of drama, then that affects this new energy coming in. Okay, so I feel like that's kind of like a plot and a plan, but you're being protected by the universe. Yeah, because look, they feel like they've missed an opportunity, okay? You are that missed opportunity. Okay? Yeah, look, Magician. You're manifesting the life that you desire. They see that you're the one that's rising in a community. I feel like it's almost like they see you standing out from the crowd. Like, it's like you're starting to really step into your abilities, your power, your authenticity, your alchemy. Like, they know what they sent your way, and they're like, how is this person still alive? So I feel like there's that. I feel like they want to save their own ass, okay, by getting into your energy, all right? Yeah, they want to save their own ass and get into your energy because this is your energy, all right? You're abundant AF, okay? Yeah, and they made the wrong investment and they know that they forced you to walk away from them. And this could be work-related. This could be career-related with the Seven of Pentacles. This can also be like, you know, as a result, like, you know, you had to really do things by yourself. Maybe they thought that you would never do that. Almost like they expected you to come back to them and you didn't. And so they did something rash is what I'm getting. I feel like they regret forcing you to walk away from them is what I'm getting. They now realize what they had and they thought the grass was greener and it wasn't. Okay, there's that. So I feel like this person, you know, is a bit of a coward. Masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. Yeah, look, I have a King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so that's energy we're picking up on. So this would be like your emotional manipulator, someone who has a hard time expressing feelings and showing up in relationships authentically. I feel like there's healing needed in this situation for this this King of Cups. I said Knight of Cups because he could be a player. He could entertain many options because that's how he feels good about himself, or herself, whatever. Take the gender out of it. So I do feel like there's some imbalance here, okay, that needs to be balanced. I feel like healing is needed in the situation here with the Temperance. I feel like with the Ten of Cups, Temperance, and the King of Cups over here in reverse, I feel like what this is really saying is that, like, there's a very unbalanced relationship here playing out. And I feel like, you know, someone plays a major role in this. And I feel like someone may be experiencing this turbulence because there are things to heal and learn here. Like, this is... Someone's learning a lesson here. And it's how you show up in relationships and how you treat people and how you think about yourself and how that affects others. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of immaturity here. I feel like somebody needs to, you know, grow up. Okay, they may even need like some sort of, yeah, and then there's the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of like, Hermit, Virgo energy. So this is like someone needs to kind of maybe do some inner work here. And then we have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like there's healing needed for this person, this situation, this group, this dynamic. I feel like there are some sort of like unseen, I feel like there's secrets. I feel like somebody is holding on to like resentment, bitterness. There's forgiveness needed. I feel like, you know, somebody is really being seen for who they truly are. I feel like maybe they were pretending to be something that they're not. I feel like now, you know, the environment is seeing who this person is and realizing like, you know, hey, like maybe they're pulling their energy back from this energy. I feel like there's something going on here that's being illuminated. The Strength card, is this about the Leo? Is this about forgiveness? This is about like owning up to your own shit. Yeah, okay, so not being a coward, having the confidence, kind of like deal with your childhood, deal with, you know, what you experienced. I feel like what might have happened in some, you know, in our childhoods, like this applies to all of us. We're meant to kind of like do that introspection and look back, and, you know, sometimes we have to like reparent ourselves and like fix things because we're meant to kind of go and kind of like do that introspection, do that inner work, even though it's uncomfortable. Okay, like I feel like somebody is being like is being given an option to maybe receive help. Okay, but they have to show up. They can't, you know, no one's gonna do it for you. Like this is something that you need to go and do the soul searching on. Yeah, I'm getting like soul searching energy. Is this, what direction you want this? Reverse? Okay. Yeah, I feel like someone's trying to prevent someone else from moving on. I feel like there's through these like dark energy here. I feel like there's a lot of turbulence here. I feel like somebody is not going to be moving towards calmer waters. I feel like there's fear around that. Someone fears like what's going to happen next. Hierophant. Okay, so I feel like there are changes happening in the lives of who I'm picking up on. Okay, here's the changes with the Tower. Yeah, I mean, this is like, you know, universal law playing out here. All right, it's like, and I would imagine that there would be some concern with the Moon card. I feel like, you know, there very much could be some major endings to things, you know, that are going to change our day-to-day lives. Okay, I feel like there is definitely like 4-4 might be relevant, but I feel like, you know, it's like finding your own connection to yourself, and I feel like someone's going to be going within to do some work. They should take the offer that's being provided to them to go through the healing and go through, you know, that transformation and the ego death and all of that. I feel like this is like a catalyst for some healing. So, you know, that would be the best outcome, is that someone goes and, you know, gets support, gets help, right? It's like one step at a time. So maybe this is pointing out like there are great programs out there. Maybe someone's joining a program. Maybe there's some sort of like inner focus, right? Like nobody's perfect, right? It takes like practice. And so, you know, we are like our own worst judges. So, you know, this is kind of like practice makes perfect here. So I feel like this is about learning. This is about like coming in connection with all things that like affect our physical reality here. Again, 5 is relevant. I feel like this is possibly like changes with how we work with other people. You know, maybe it's a career change, maybe it's something that's happened at work. This could be like an ending at work, or like a major transition. But I do feel like there's some sort of like ethics here. Maybe somebody did something unethically and as a result is losing maybe a position or respect in what they do, or just like maybe the respect that people had for them. I feel like someone's losing respect. And it could be professionally. I feel like, yeah, it's affecting somebody's physical reality. Like someone has to like really let something go. They're holding on to this. There's some sort of like sickness here as a result of being very unbalanced. Okay. You know, this is also like an energy of like trying to focus on what's next versus the past, right? Like I feel like somebody is so entrenched in the past. It's like they're renting, like you have free rent in their brain. Someone is very like not doing well. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like somebody may have to move because of something falling apart. It could be a family dynamic, which is what we've been picking up. Yeah, the World card. Yeah, I feel like there's nothing going on. Nothing good is happening over here. I think something is, but I feel like, you know, it's about learning through our relationships. They're very much like assignments. And so this would be somebody learning, you know, certain lessons in life and you know, where it comes to what's a priority, what's something to value, you know, really looking to see like, what are your beliefs? What are your values? What are your morals? What do you stand up for? What do you think is, you know, what do you think you're doing here on earth? Like, you know, where are you going in your life? So I feel like there's a lot of that happening right now. Like, what have I accomplished? You know, someone doesn't feel like they've accomplished anything. I feel like there's a lot of difficult lessons playing out here. Okay. A lot of difficult lessons playing out. And here's the thing, like, we've all learned some difficult lessons, have we not? Like, we too were here, okay? Like, it was like our first go, and then it's their go. It, you know, the situations, you know, clearly differ, but it all is the root cause of not feeling enough, not asking for help, staying in a lower vibrational mindset, because that is what we're programmed from. And I feel like, you know, these are things that have always kind of been there. And so it's like resources are available, but they're limited. I'm also getting, or someone feels like there's something about not taking advantage of help. Maybe it's about accessibility, or maybe it's just, I don't know. I feel like they have to make this decision to kind of like help themselves, right? Like people have to choose this through free will. And so it's either you can, you know, get out of this energy and move on, or you can stay in this energy. So I feel like that's kind of like free will choice playing out here. All right. And how that affects our existence, right? Like if you're making choices to destroy somebody's life and there's no counteraction or anything like that, then that's going to come back to you because you're the energetic match for it. They are not. And so I feel like somebody is learning about how the universal law, which would also be taught here through the Hierophant, okay? What universal law is in the earthly realm in this existence. So I do feel like there's definitely some lessons playing out here. And here's the thing, like many of us have like worked through whatever karmic lessons, right, that we were here to, and we very much could still be learning these things, right? But I feel like this was something that like, okay, like now you're in the plus, right? Like you're no longer paying debt anymore. I feel like your experiences, you know, almost put you in a better financial situation or position. I think this might just represent a position. You're in a better position, okay, from this experience. Okay, I'm also getting like this may have helped release karmic debt, okay? So I feel like there's that. And then I have the Death card here. So transformation and transition. So it's like we're ending, it's like out with the old, in with the new. Like I was picking up on that yesterday. So this could be a continuation of this. Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there is this observation. There is this watching. There's interest. There's like someone, you know, if you walk, it's almost like if you walk, excuse me, it's almost like they're watching to see what you're going to say next. Okay. Because I feel like they're learning from you. That's what it is. I feel like those that might have been your teachers in this situation, like you both teach each other. I feel like, you know, right now they're learning from you where you may have learned from them before through the experience that you've had with them. And I feel like that's part of the spiritual journey and the experience. Like we learn through each other. And so I feel like that's playing out here. Okay. Look, see? What goes around comes around. So it's like very cool how all of this plays out, right? Like every engagement we have is literally an assignment with one another to learn from each other in some way, shape, or form. The experiences are equally beneficial in some way, shape, or form towards our highest and greatest good when it comes to our own divine plan. Like we each have our own divine plan, like a blueprint. Contracts, all of those good things. I have the Lovers. I feel like, let's see, I feel like everybody made free will choices in this situation. And as a result of those free will choices, depending on what side of the sword you're on, that's how this is going to play out. And I feel like people were doing things that they made a free will choice to make, and they're being held accountable for it. Okay. And I'm getting like, this had something to do with, you know, how we show up in dynamics with one another, right? And what we prioritize in those dynamics. And it's almost like the Adam and Eve story where like, until they bit the apple, they didn't really recognize like the temptation of things, the lack of faith. Like I feel like there's a bit of like distraction. Okay, so I feel like, you know, priorities were misunderstood or not learned, right? Maybe it's as a result of childhood, like some things based on our upbringing, you know, and our mothers even, and how they show up for us, right? It all kind of comes from a sense of birthing, and having that separation, right, from the womb, from the mother, is how we originally incarnate with an abandonment wound, okay? And so it's kind of our job to learn, right, how to, through relationships with others, right, heal this wound, right, in some way, shape, or form. It's kind of a magical thing, and I'm sure there's way more to it than that, but for the sake of this conversation, that's where I'm gonna stop it. But the Lovers can represent a lot of like, you know, how you show up in relationships with others, and I feel like this is how they've been showing up in relationships with others, is like this deception, this like, I'm gonna get one over on you, and, you know, like this survive at the fittest energy. Okay. And doesn't matter at what cost. Like this is someone who is okay with like sabotaging themselves in the process of trying to win at all costs. Okay. That's who you might have been dealing with. Okay. And I feel like this is going to be revealed with the Moon card. Okay. Because there was a lot of things that were done behind the scenes against the collective. Okay. I feel like these are the experiences that could be playing out with the collective, okay? I just got the Star card. So I feel like they came after a healer, okay, of some kind. Someone who holds the light, okay? Or shadow, however you want to pick that. I mean, the Star is both. You know, this is like positive energy, loving energy, like energy that like, you know, tries to reciprocate love, right? Like just kind of is flowing and caring and abundant. Okay, I feel like they thought that maybe there was better options, and so they left this star because they were greedy. They did it because they wanted something out of it. I feel like they wanted to steal something from the star. Yeah, they wanted to steal from the star. Okay, they wanted victory. Okay, they wanted to create some sort of blockage here for the star energy. Or just for, you know, there's these energy suckers, right? Like, they're everywhere. But this is about learning how to, like, be sovereign in your own energy, okay? This is you learning this lesson for yourself because it's needed for the work that you are here to do, okay? And the different lessons that you are meant to teach others in the way that you have relationships with them. That's what this is about. Like, you don't need to be a superhero. Like, this is just about, like, how we show up in our relationships and how we engage with other people. There's assignments. There are laws above man, all right? I feel like the King of Swords here is, you know, maybe influenced by some dark energy here. Is this related here? Yeah. They will feel the burdens of their own creations, okay, for trying to sacrifice and swap your destinies with them through maybe some sort of lustful ways. I feel like this is like nefariousness. I feel like they're, yeah. And then I have the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. You know, I feel like there was a lot of action taken against you and what you do or what you're working on for yourself. Like, you working on yourself and building yourself up and prioritizing yourself over other people, right? And believing what they're saying and letting them have any kind of influence on your life. Like, you shut this down, and that's why you've been attacked and manipulated, because they want to take you out, because what you're doing actually matters, makes a difference. You've been perfecting something. You're going to be probably working with others soon, or you're going to have some sort of, like, someone's going to come to you for advice. I feel like there's some sort of, like, you might have been, you know, overlooked in the past, but I feel like now people are going to start coming to you for whatever reason. Whatever you are perfecting as a craft, okay, the Eight of Pentacles, they're going to start coming to you because you're being seen as the expert. I feel like you will have many opportunities and options, okay? You're showing up as Empress energy as well as Emperor. I would say this is Divine Feminine reading here, but, you know, we all have feminine energies, so take it as, like, through our healing process, we're healing masculine energy and we're healing feminine energy within us, okay? We are meant to have both balanced, okay? Represented by the Temperance card. All right, we're bringing balance to the collective, okay? Wheel of Fortune, the collective. I feel like things are playing out the way that they're meant to play out. Have faith and trust the process is what I have. They will receive what they deserve. And that is justice, my friends. That is justice. Wow. Continue on your missions. Have no fear. Okay? Their ego death is here. May they awaken. Okay? I feel like there's something new happening here. And I feel like this is a partnership that's going to be amazing. It could be a friendship. It could be a work dynamic. It could be a mentor, a teacher, master teacher. It could be a relationship. It could be a commitment. It could be a soulmate, twin flame. Okay? I feel like this heartbreak, this betrayal, okay, this deceit, this gang stalking, this, you know, maleficent energy only caused the downfall and demise of someone maybe who was intimidated to be with you in the first place, right? Maybe this is, you know, wanting to maybe be heard. Maybe they want to have some sort of, maybe they want to speak some peace here. All right. But I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like there is this, like, experience of maybe some I feel like there's definitely some reflection needed here. I do feel like there might have been just some jealous and envy. And I feel like there was enough openings there, some unhealed wounds and choices made that led this person down the wrong path. And I feel like this is the path that they're in. And so they see that you're happy and doing wonderful without them, okay? And they have memories of you. However, they know that you're not to be messed with. They now know this, okay? They now have this realization that they should not have messed with you in the first place the way that they did. However, you see it as a lesson. You see it as something that you can see both sides of, right? You have the unbiased perspective here, okay? And discretion, right? This is discretion. This is discernment. This is the sort of truth. So it's like, you know, the truth, like, you know what, was done in the dark. Okay. They also know that you deserve to be with someone. Okay. That is going to show up for you, who's going to love you and treat you the way that you deserve, and will be their magical selves, just like your magical self. Okay. And I feel like that is what is just, that is what's fair. And that is what, you're being called to do, right? You're called to serve. I feel like you're going to be serving with somebody who is not going to switch teams, okay? Halfway through the game, all right? So it's like getting a goal in the other team's goal, right? Like, you have this amazing run and you're kicking the ball and, you have a perfect shot, but it's not in it. You shoot it in your own goal, right? Not the other team. So you give the other team a point, right? Like, we don't have time for traitors. We don't have time for people who are going to, switch teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got time for that. Okay? We don't got time for that. We came here to play. There's the goal. That's awesome. 4 of Wands. All right, you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. I'll probably do a couple more readings. And I'll talk to you and see you on the next one. Sending you lots of love. Bye now.